So here we are at Lyle's here, and we're going to see if we can figure out what's going on with the throttle with this bike. It's been acting up, so we'll see what happens. Like many of you, when your bike breaks down, you don't always know what to do. Lucky for me, I've got a good friend, Lyle, who is a motorcycle god when it comes to fixing things. I took my bike over to his place. I've been having trouble with the throttle. At least I thought it was the throttle. What was happening was my bike was not working right. The throttle would drop off, and I was feeling like it was an electronic problem. Well, I've had this issue for a little while, and the last time I had the issue, what it was one of the wires going into the throttle body had a pin that was loose, and we tightened up the pin, and that seemed to fix it. So, assuming that was the problem again, we tried to look at that kind of a problem, but it didn't seem to solve it. So what Lyle was doing is he was trying to figure out why the heck this thing wasn't working right, why it would drop off. He ended up having to take off the fairing and checking all the connections for the wires going into the throttle body to see if there was a problem somewhere along the way electrically. Well, I don't think he was wrong. What was wrong was kind of both things. I had a problem with one of the wires. I think it was wrapped too tightly around the throttle body, and that was pulling on it and causing the throttle to drop off. But the other problem, and this is the problem that I think a lot of people have, and they didn't even realize it, is we checked the pressure on the fuel, and my fuel pressure was a little bit low. And I think what it ended up being was it was a dirty fuel filter. And Lyle took the bike out a number of times for a test drive. And I'll tell you, it looked like Mad Max when he was going down the road with the whole fairing off, trying to figure out why this thing keeps dropping off. And what we discovered, or what we think was the problem, was I had two problems. I had the wire that was sometimes cutting off, and the other thing is I think that the fuel filter being so plugged, if it would not allow gas through, it'll drop off. So it was kind of a win-lose situation, because when we got finished, it still wasn't repaired. But I think that Lyle had completely diagnosed it properly. So I took it off. I had to go to Harley Davidson during the week, and I went in and I had a new fuel filter put in, and voila, it was repaired. I was so thankful for Lyle, who was able to diagnose the problem, so that when I went into Harley Davidson and said I wanted to have a new fuel filter put in, I kind of knew what the heck I was talking about. So put the new filter in, went down the highway, and it seems to be repaired. So obviously I had more than one problem going on. And I think that often, if you don't know, having somebody that is experienced and can help you out is a big, big, big asset. Thank you very much, Lyle. I really appreciate it. And we'll catch you guys all on the next one.